Hey clan, what's up? Welcome to our Facebook page and our first Facebook video of our clan. We created this Facebook page kind of just as a way to reach out to each other and help each other out with a few things. So today is going to be a pretty short video. I'm just going to show you a couple attacks and go over a couple brief tips on basically attacking 101, I guess you could call it if it were a class. So just bear with me here and we'll run through this pretty quickly. A couple things I want to talk about today. Well, the first thing that I want to make mention real quick is about our wars. We have a war lined up here, and as we've noticed, these areas here are probably from base 20 to about base 10. We need to have 3 stars pretty much exclusively for every war for us to be successful. Last war we fell a little short. It happens, so we definitely want to try and fix that and do everything we can to make sure we can 3-star these bases that are down here from 10 to 20, and then we need to also do at least 2 stars on these top bases, which myself and a couple others, we struggled to get 2 stars last war, which hurt us on these top bases. So, we've got some work to do, but that's what we're going to talk about today is how we can be more successful. And I think one of the things that has killed attacks for us in these wars is not killing the clan castle troops of the opponent that we attack. That's really been hurting. If we go back here to the clan war, if you go look at let's take the bottom guy for instance, and let's go take a peek at his base. If we look here, it's not a very strong base. However, whatever is in this clan castle, there could be max level anything in this clan castle. So, even if he doesn't have the strongest mortars or wizard towers or air defense, if he's got max level wizards in this clan castle, it's going to be a difficult day. Definitely a difficult time trying to 3-star, and we need 3 stars on these bases. So we need to take out the clan castle troops first thing, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do that effectively. I think and that's where we're going to go to the replays. But I think the first thing I want to do is talk about real quick the lightning spells. A lot of you guys use healing spells, which is fine, but I'm going to suggest to you that you use lightning spells. Many of you only have can only carry 2 spells. I would suggest that you try and get to carrying 3 spells immediately. It's a huge help. But one thing you want to do is scout out the bases before you attack them. If I were to scout this base, if you're attacking this base, you probably don't have dragons, so you're not really worried about this air defense. What you're probably using are giants, wizards, and archers, which is fantastic. So the 2 biggest enemies to a giant wizard archer attack are mortars and wizard towers. Why? Because they do splash damage. You can see down here on the bottom where it says damage type, it says area splash. It damages multiple troops. This says the same thing, area splash. It damages multiple troops at one time is what that means. So what we want to do is get rid of those as fast as we can, because then it'll allow the rest of our attack to go very well. Usually you want to get rid of the mortar, and one way you want to do that is with lightning spells. So if I click on this mortar, before I would attack this guy, I'm scouting him, and I click on his mortar. I see right there where it says hit points, it says 500 hit points. Fantastic. Now let me go back to my spell factory here, and let me take a look at my spells. Now I can carry 3 spells, but let's say I only carry 2. If I were to make, you see where it says total damage there, that means if I were to use this lightning spell, the total damage I would get from it is 390 hit points. Obviously, that would not kill that mortar, but if I use 2 of them, it would kill that mortar. If I get that mortar out of the way, then my wizards and archers will be far more happy and be able to do some pretty big damage. So, I would carry, if it were me, I would carry 2 lightning spells into that attack. But that's basically how you can check. Do the math yourself. You may not have level 4 lightnings. So click on your info button, see how much total damage your lightning spell does, and then see how many hit points the opponent's defensive mortar has, and see if you can take it out with a couple lightning spells, or if you're doing a dragon attack, see if you can take out their air defense with a few lightning spells. That's kind of how you want to use those spells. The healing spell, in my opinion, is only used for the Hog Rider attack. That's the only time I've really seen that spell used effectively. So I would probably bring lightning spells to an attack if I were using anything other than Hog Riders. So real quick, we'll jump into a couple replays, and you might have seen this replay earlier, but we'll review it real quick. I'm using dragons, as you can tell here, so don't worry about the type of troops I'm using, but the first thing I'm going to do is activate this clan castle. As you can see, I dropped 2 barbarians just to make sure that I've gotten everything out of the clan castle. Now, you see this air defense right here in the middle. I want to take that air defense out with my 3 lightning spells. So I used a little barbarian to drag these troops over. Now as they're coming over, I'm going to hit them all at once while they're moving, as well as the air defense. So basically 2 birds with 1 stone. Now if you look at these giants, they're almost dead. Fantastic, that helps me out a ton. So now I don't really have to worry about them much. So I'm going to use now, just like any other attack, use my little archers to take out these giants. And I used the dragon as well because I had them, but if you don't have a dragon, that's fine. You can just use your archers. And then the rest of this base is harmless for 2 main reasons. I'm using dragons, so I wanted to get rid of a air defense. And then secondly, I got rid of his clan castle troops. If you get rid of the clan castle troops and let's say the air defense if you're using dragons, or the mortar if you're using giants and archers and wizards, that's going to make your attack incredibly more powerful, because now there's nothing left on this base really to stand in my way, except these archer towers that they can only fire 1 shot at a time. They don't do any area splash, so that's great. That's pretty much how I can sweep up that base, and that's obviously an easy 3-star. One more thing real quickly. Last thing we'll do here is look at this replay. And in this replay, I don't have dragons. This base right here is what most of you guys see in the Clan Wars, a base of this level. So what I did was obviously use the barbarian to make sure that I pulled out all of the clan castle troops, not just some of them, but all of the clan castle troops. Now, because I have archers and barbarians, what's the next thing I want to do? I want to take out that mortar. That's the most dangerous defense on the map. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use barbarians here on the left to drag the clan castle over. And I'm going to take the clan castle troops right over that mortar. So now they're pretty close. I only brought 2 spells because most of you guys have 2 spells. So I kind of wanted to simulate it. And then I dropped it right on the mortar. And boom. I take out the mortar. I take out the archers in the clan castle. So now there's pretty much nothing on this base except this wizard tower that can really do damage to me. The archer tower and the cannon, they can only kill 1 troop at a time, so it's not really going to be a big threat to me. Last thing I want to mention before I go, you can see I haven't used my clan castle troops yet. You guys need to use your clan castle troops, but bring the right troops. So for me, I brought Hog Riders. If I bring max level Hog Riders, I can be effective, because Hog Riders go straight for defensive structures. I dropped the Hog Riders right here in front of the next most dangerous defensive structure, which is the Wizard Tower, and they blow it away. If you request for Hog Riders, max level Hog Riders, I can give them to you. Other people in the clan have max level Hog Riders, they can give them to you. And you can see these Hog Riders went and took out 2 defenses for me, which is great. Now I'm going to drop the rest of my troops in here, and without a mortar and without a Wizard Tower, there's no way this base is going to stand up to me, because I have just too many troops. Most of you guys would probably drop giants and then archers and then wizards, which is fine too. But as you can see, the cannons and the archer towers, they're only shooting 1 shot. They can't do any area splash, so this base is going to get cleaned up and 3-starred, which in a clan war is what we want. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I definitely want to be posting more videos on how to use different armies and different strategies on attacking, but this was kind of, like I said, attacking 101. The main thing we want to do is kill the clan castle troops before we drop our main attacking troops, and then the second thing is to use our spells properly. And like I said, I would use the lightning spells. Just go do the math and calculate what you can actually destroy, what item, defensive item you can destroy with your lightning spells, and calculate it up while you scout the base you want to attack, and then when you go into your attack you can be effective. So that's all I got. I hope this was helpful to you, and we'll definitely chat again soon and figure out what our next video will be. It'll probably be on different army compositions you can use for the lower level bases with lower level troops to attack with. So until then, I'll talk to you guys later.